all about in brief. So now coming back to ICPC. So ICPC can be considered as the Olympics of competitive programming. Uh, just to give a reference, like in 11th 12th we had RMO, INMO, like NACC, that was National Standard Examination in Chemistry. When we qualified that, then we had INCHO, International Chemistry Olympiad, and then we had to represent our uh, country in international levels, right? So this is exactly similar to that. uh, this is known as the Olympics of competitive programming. If you are a competitive programmer, this is something that every competitive programmer who is seriously doing it is looking forward to have it in his bag. This is something which boosts your resume. Like you are preparing for JE, right? But if you have RMO or INMO, if you have qualified INMO, you have represented your country. So that is something which is valued, which makes you unique from other participants, right? So this is similar to that. So I guess you would have understood the importance of ICPC, what exactly it is. So I'll get into the other details. I mean, what exactly happens in ICPC. So yeah, as I told you, it is an algorithmic programming competition in which you are given a set of problems and you have to solve it in a given time frame with the best algorithm possible. It is possible that you may solve it using a different algorithm, but someone uh, the other team has solved it in a with a better time complexity, with a faster code. So obviously his code will be ranked better. So you have to you know take care of the time complexity as well, and secondly the algorithm that you use as well. uh, so these are the two key factors which we generally focus on in competitive programming. So talking about ICPC, again I've told you it is Olympics of competitive programming. Secondly, it is a algorithmic programming contest. Third, it is very prestigious competition. Every competitive programmer, every engineering student, basically CS students, not exactly CS, uh, literally every engineering student who is into coding at least participates once in this and tries to qualify and represent its institute, and later on goes on to represent his or her country. Okay, and this has been our main focus. This has been the main focus of APS since before APS also, when we had other coding or competitive programming clubs. uh, ICPC was something which was our main focus. So yeah, what happens exactly in ICPC? So basically first you have, just a minute. Yeah. So basically, first you have to register with a team of three and a coach. What exactly I mean by a team of three and a coach is that, let's say, obviously you get it what I mean by a team of three. But what do I mean by coach? Basically, you need to approach a professor, and then you have to register with along with him. So basically there are three students and one professor who acts as your coach in ICPC. uh, so yeah, so how to register in ICPC is like, you can uh, yeah, just a minute. I, so yeah, this is ICPC Baylor site. uh, you can see the link here. So basically here you can see there are three tabs, right? Contestant, coach, and volunteer. So how can you register is, the three team members that will be a part of your team will register in the contestant site, and your coach will register using all his or her details in the coach site. And then what happens is, once you have registered, let's say your coach registers here and all the three participants register in the contestant area, right? So once you have registered, your name appears in the institute section, which your coach can see in his admin portal, which he will see once he registered through this, right? And then he adds you and registers you uh, through in that admin portal. Basically he will create a team and then he will add all the three participants, and that will be called one team, right? And there is some participation fee which you need to give, and that depends on that varies from location to location. Actually we have a lot of locations where ICPC is going on. First we have regionals and all. I'll talk about it later. So basically there is some nominal fee which you have to pay for participating in this. and volunteer is not related to the college, so you don't have to care about this volunteer thing. So the thing that you need to remember is you need to go to ICPC Baylor site, which is icpc.global, and every individual has to sign up and then log in and create his or her own account here. And similarly, the coach will do the same, and then he will create a team in his dashboard, and then he will add all the 3 members under one team, and then he will pay the fee, and then you will wait for a confirmation from the regional end, from the ICPC end, and once it confirms, then you are finally registered for ICPC, right? Okay, so that was all about registration. Any doubt up till now? Actually, I was going a bit fast because we have wasted a lot of time. So yeah, any doubt up till now? Am I audible? Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is all about registration, and then once you have registered, so basically there are 3 rounds in ICPC. First is online round, which happens in your college. Then there is regionals, and then there is world finals. Okay. So what happens in online round is basically you compete about all the teams that have registered in your college. Okay. I think there was. Okay. Yeah. So basically, first we are talking about online round. Let's see, in NIT Rourkela, you have team A, team B, and team C. Okay, so so first these team will compete for a slot in regionals. So let's say there are 2 regionals, Amrita Puri and Kanpur regional. Okay, so basically there are 3 to 4 regionals in which you can participate, but at most you can participate in 2. Okay, there are other as well. There is Kharagpur regionals, and there is Pune Gwalior regional. Okay, so basically these are the 4 which happens every year. It depends depending on the what is the status of the college or ICPC, how many teams can qualify in for world finals. Basically according to that, they decide how many regional will be conducted in a particular year. But generally we have 4. In my year when I participated, there was only 2, that was Amrita Puri and Kanpur. But I guess this year there will be all 4: Amrita Puri, Kanpur Mathura, Kharagpur, and Pune Gwalior. So just you can participate in 2 regionals at once, right? Let's say Team A participates in Amrita Puri, and Team B participates in Kanpur, and Team C also participates in Amrita Puri. It will be a bit complicated. Let me first narrow it down. So let's start with one regional first. It will be easier for you to understand. Let's say all ABC participates in Amrita Puri regional. Okay, so there will be an online round. Let's say, and Amrita Puri has total 5 seats allotted. Okay, all over India, all institute will register for Amrita Puri, right? And in every college there will be a competition, an online round to represent your institute in Amrita Puri regional. Okay, and let's say all over India the total intake from Amrita Puri is 5. So what happens generally is the team who is ranked 1 in the institute, he is sure shot that he will be admitted to Amrita Puri. He will represent his institute in Amrita Puri. Okay, whether he solves only 1 problem out of 10, that doesn't matter. Let's say A, B, C both, all of them solved only 1 problem out of 10. Okay, but team A solved it in lesser time. Okay, and he is ranked 1 in his or her institute. So he will definitely represent his institute in the regional. That is sure shot. There is a condition that you need to solve at least from 1 problem. It cannot happen that all of you solved 0 problems, and by means that for some reason, let's say only 1 test case passed. There are test cases, right? There are test cases in competitive programming. Let's say there are 10 test cases which needs to be passed, and you passed only 1 test case. Okay, so according to that also you are given some score, some partial there is some partial marking, right? So let's say you are able to solve half problem. I guess second year, third year, and final years will understand what I mean by test cases. But for first year, if there is any, so you just assume that you have been marked partial. Okay, you are not able to solve any problem, but some part of your code was correct, and you were given some points. So you are marked on the first of the you are ranked one in your institute, but you cannot participate in regionals because there is a rule that you need to solve at least one problem to represent your institute in any regional, right? So I think this was clear that you need to solve one problem, and secondly, if you are ranked one in your institute in online regional, you will surely represent your institute in that regional, irrespective of your rank. Secondly, there is one more point. Let's say there are only two regionals. Okay, there is only two regional, Kanpur and Amrita Puri. Okay, and there are only two teams. Team A, which participates in Amrita Puri, and Team B, which participates in Kanpur regionals. Okay, so basically, when Amrita Puri will conduct his or her, not his or I'm sorry, when Amrita Puri will conduct its regional, so obviously you are the only one who is participating, who is in the rank list, right? Because for Kanpur there will be some other online round. Every regional conducts its regional on separate days, or in separate times on a particular day, but there are different contests for each regional. So let's say Team A is the only one who participated in Amrita Puri from NIT Rourkela, and they are able to solve one problem, right? So they will, so they are obviously ranked one in Amrita Puri in their institute, so they will go, right? So this is the case. So obviously we try to participate in two regions, so just in case we mess up in one regional and are for some reason we are not able to get the first rank, so we try to accommodate in the we try to do well in the other region so that we can get a slot in the other one. So it is generally safe that you participate in two regional, just in case a lot of things can go wrong in that particular time frame, right? So it is safe to participate in two regionals, and at most you can participate in two only. So again, so this is the case. And one more thing, what about the team who is ranked 2, if they will be able to participate in regional or not? So what happens is generally how the seats are filled. First, let's say all over India 25 institutes registered for Amrita Puri. Okay, and in every 25 institute there are, let's say, 10 teams, so total 250 teams are participating in Amrita Puri, right? So what will happen is, first uh, the slots will be filled in this order. First, every first ranker in each institute will get a slot. So first 25 seats will be, okay, what and okay, there are 25 there are 25 institutes who are participating in Amrita Puri, and in each institute there are 10 teams. Okay, and let's say Amrita Puri says they have 30 seats. So what will happen is, first they will give the preference, give the seat to the first ranker in each college. So 25 seats are filled in with all the first rankers of each institute, and now 5 seats are left, right? 5 seats are left. So now these 5 seats will be filled on the basis of rank now. So and now the all India rank will be considered for filling these 5 seats. The teams who will have the team the remaining teams who will have the best 5 rank will be accommodated in this 5 seat which is left. So I hope this is clear how basically you qualify for a particular regional. Am I myself clear in this? Just give me a confirmation. Anyone? Manmohan?
No, भैया. मतलब
Okay.
yes भैया.
Welcome.
Okay, fine. Um, so yeah, so you can participate in two regions and make sure you participate in two. Generally, students make this mistake. I made this mistake in my first year that I was very not overconfident. I was underconfident actually that I am in my first year and I won't be able to, you know, qualify because getting rank one with all the pro coders in NIT Rourkela, I wasn't even sure. So I participated in one regional, but later on I realized that there was no one who in the entire NIT Rourkela who had registered for Kanpur. So if our team had just registered in Kanpur and was able to solve one problem, I would have qualified in my first year as well. So this is one thing which you need to get in mind, that don't get underconfident or overconfident. You are given a chance, grab it with your full hands. Okay, so as I told you, the first round is online round. I told you the metrics of online round, how it happens. So basically, you registered in two rounds, and each regional will conduct their own online round, and depending on the seats available and your rank, if you are ranked first and you are able to solve one problem, so obviously you are getting a seat. Even if you ranked second, so uh, there might be chance that you get accommodated. Obviously this number which I have stated here, 25 or 30, is very less. Obviously there are much more seats. So obviously there is always a chance that even if you are ranked second in your institute, so you can get a slot. So obviously try to get as best rank as possible. Even don't yeah, try to get as best rank as possible. So there are better chances to even if you are ranked second in your institute, so there are chances you can qualify for regionals, right? Because the seats, once the unique all the institutes are filled with their first rankers, the remaining seats get filled on the basis of your all India rank. And yeah, one more thing. Let's say we obviously know that IIT Bombay, IIT Roorkee have the best coding culture, right? Their coders are one of the best coders of our country. So it is obvious that rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This all will be from IITs only, right? Generally it happens. Okay, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was one year when I saw that 1, 2, 3 to 10 rank was all filled with IIT Roorkee students. But obviously, first rank went, and then all the individual institute first rank holders uh, were accommodated in the remaining seats. But obviously there were seats left. Obviously there are always seats which are left because there are a lot of seats. So rank 2, it is all India rank 2, so he is definitely gonna get his seat, right? And similarly we can say for rank 3, rank 4, rank 5. But there is a constraint that whatever your rank is, one institute can send only 3 teams, right? Even if you are ranked 4 in the country and there are seat left which can accommodate you on the basis of your all India rank, but rank 4 from the same institute is not eligible to participate uh, in the regional. So basically from one institute, only 3, at max only 3 teams can participate. So yeah, it is a bit complicated, but yeah, I tried to make you understand in the simplest way possible. Any doubts up till now? If you have any doubt, you can just unmute your mic, because I can't see the screen, and so raising hand won't make a difference. So yeah, if if anyone has a doubt, you can simply unmute your mic. Manmohan, you can coordinate with that and you can ask, or you can write it in the chat. Manmohan, you can read out. Just let me know once if everything is clear. Manmohan, is there anything?
No, Bhaiya.
So yeah, so this was all about online round and regionals. And when you go for regionals, every regional has a particular number of seat which they can send, which they can send for the world finals. Let's in my year for Kanpur there were like 5 seats. No, I guess. Uh, okay, yeah. There were 12 seats in my final year. There were 12 seats because Kharagpur and Pune Gwalior didn't conduct it regionals, so their seat was also distributed between Kanpur and Amritapuri. So basically, in my regional there were 12 seats, and there were around 12 to 15 seats. I guess 15 seats. Yeah, 15 seats was for Amritapuri, if I'm not wrong. Uh, Yeah, so in general, there are some seats which every site has to send for world finals, and in this, the rules are simply the rules are simpler. That you know if you are ranked in the let's say there are 6 seats, so first 6 rank holders will go in the world finals. It is as simple as that. If there are 6 seats, so first 6 rank holders will go from Kanpur, and let's say there are 7 seats from Amritapuri, so first 7 holders from Amritapuri for will go for world finals. So yeah, these are all the 3 rounds that happen. Uh, yeah, that happen in ICPC. Whew. Um, okay, now we can go on for important topics. This is something which I can cover depending on the year, right? uh, when I was participating in my regionals or even in the online round, I noticed one thing, that when I was preparing, I was more our team was more focused on the hard topics. But this is not always the case. Hard topics doesn't always guarantee that you are you will do well in your, especially in ICPC. When what happens is time factor is the most important thing. There can be a problem as simple as that find LCM of 2 numbers, right? And you have to code it as fast as possible, because it is the easy problems who decide your rank, not the hard problems. Because it always happens is hard problems is solved by 1 or 2 teams at max, but easy problem is solved by most of the teams. So solving easy problems in the least time frame is something which you need to take care in ICPC. So yeah, finding LCM of 2 numbers. uh, there is one more thing which happens is, let's say there are problems A, B, C, D, E, right? And you don't know the difficulty level of all the problems, because generally what happens in code forces or code chef contest is, we know that A problem is the easiest, B problem is tougher than A, and so on. Difficulty increases as you go down the problem set. But this is not the case with ICPC. Basically, the problems are shuffled, so you never know that which problem is easy, which problem is hard. And obviously you have 3 team members, and there are obviously 10 to 12 problems in every online rounds and regionals, right? So at once you cannot go through all the problems. So it also depends on a bit luck, that in the first go you are reading problem B, and it gets out to be the easiest problem, and you solve it at the earliest possible, right? So this is one thing. And secondly, you identified a problem very fast, that it is the easiest problem possible, so I will solve it first, right? You do not get stuck with a particular problem which is hard, right? So yeah, try to identify which is the easiest problem and solve it first, leaving all the rest, right? This will give you a very good rank. So this is something which happened to me in my second year actually, where I didn't know that the problems are shuffled, and I was stuck with problem A. My team was stuck with problem A, and later on we realized after half an hour or 45 minutes that problem D or E had almost 500 submissions. Okay, so we had already lost the battle there. And secondly, later on we got to realize that we got to know that problem A was the hardest problem of the entire problem set, and only 2 teams were able to solve that. So there was no point wasting time in problem A. So this is something which you need to uh, keep in mind that try to find the easiest problem and try to solve it as soon as possible, right? So that's why I said ki, learning hard topics is not something which obviously it is always helpful, right? That is the rank decider between rank 1 and rank 2. That is not something which will help you qualify your regionals, right? So if you want to qualify regionals, try to focus on the easy topics that you generally solve in your code forces problem A B C. So what I mean by problems A B C is sorting, searching. So here obviously binary search problems. Okay, bit manipulation, the most important topic which you can devote your time in, and number theory. By number theory, I mean uh, Euclid's theorem, Fermat's theorem, then sieve of Eratosthenes. Okay, and then there are other algorithms. In prime factorization, the how to find the GCD thing. So basically, these topics in number theory will always help you in solving the problems very fast. And obviously there are problems. There are obviously 1 to 2 problems in every online round or regional which will test you on bit manipulation. So this is the most important, I'll say, bit manipulation and number theory, the most important topic which you can focus on for solving the problems which is solved by everyone in a given time frame. So you cannot mess up with these topics. If you mess up with these topics, so the chances to qualify for regionals or even online round gets a bit slimmer. So don't try to mess up with these topics. Try to be in practice in these topics as much as you can. Secondly, thirdly, dynamic programming. Every competitive programmer knows dynamic programming is one of the trickiest topics in just dynamic programming is one of the trickiest topics in competitive programming. You can expect a problem of 800 level rating also in dynamic programming, and you can also expect a topic, a question of around 1800 or 2000 level in dynamic programming. So obviously dynamic programming is something you should practice a lot. Even if you are a pupil in on code forces, even then dynamic programming is hard for you. Even if you are candidate master on code forces, dynamic programming is something which is hard for you. So you need to practice a lot in dynamic programming. Secondly, next, strings. String algorithms help a lot. Obviously there are problems related to string. So KMP algorithm, Z algorithm, the you need to, so see these are standard algorithms which are generally used. Okay, these are the topics which you can expect up to 1500 to 1600 ratings. So yeah, so basically I'm focusing on topics which try to which you get in code forces problem A B C. Even you don't get KMP or Z algorithm up to C also, but yeah, these are standard problems which every competitive programmers keeps in mind. These always helps. And then graph theory. Again, graph theory is also very important. So even in graph theory, there are some topics which you can cover, or which even you can skip that, because in graph theory there is something called, yeah, I literally forgot what was that tree, segment tree. Yeah, right, this segment tree. So what happens is in segment tree, generally problems of 2000 rating comes in segment tree. Okay, but these are very standard problems. Generally, if a problem comes which is based on segment tree, it is very easy to identify that, okay, yeah, a segment tree will be applied in this. And this topic is not, I won't suggest first years and second years. Yeah, if you can, obviously you can cover all the topics, but generally I don't prefer first years and second years to go in this detail, try to learn a topic that is like around 2000 rating level. So for first years and second years, these are all the topics which yeah, sorting, searching, bit manipulation, number theory, string theory, and some basics of graph theory, right? So yeah, these are the topics which first years and second years can focus on. But topics like segment tree, Fenwick tree, and then there is Moore's algorithm, and then there is square root decomposition. Yeah, there is square root decomposition. These are the topics that I'll generally say first year and second years. If you are very confident in these topics and you are very well practiced in these topics, then go for this. Or you are a team of three, right? Try to let only one person focus on these topics, right? Rest two of you try to focus on the first four or five topics. For third years, obviously, if you are preparing for ICPC from the very beginning, these are something which you encounter in every CP contest, be it code forces, code chef, at coder. So these are the topics which you are, uh, which you are very much familiar with. So you can, for the deciding factor, because when you come in third year, obviously you know how the competition gets. You are fighting for one problem, one extra problem to get your seat, a seat in regionals or something like that, or or in any contest. So there, these algorithms are something which are the rank deciding factors: segment tree, Fenwick tree, Moore's algorithm, square root decomposition, and stuff like that. Even in this is not a part of graph theory. Segment tree and Fenwick tree can be said as a part of graph theory. Not you know obviously there is the tree structure in square root decomposition and Moore's algorithm. There is tree structure. That's why I thought to cover it in graph theory. But generally in graph theory, what there are topics like BFS, DFS, then Dijkstra, and algorithms like that. These are the basics of graph theory. You need to practice a lot of problems on these topics. But obviously the deciding factors are these. If the competition is very tough, like in when I was in first year or second year, competitive programming was not that popular in NIT or Rourkela. So there, these algorithms were not needed, because generally there was not much participation. But now when I left the college, even in my final year when I was participating, in first year only two or three teams participated, but in my final year I remember like 30 to 40 teams participated. So you can obviously see that the competition has increased, and everyone is trying their best to secure a slot in regionals. So these are the topics where the rank your rank gets decided. So you can focus on these topics, or let one you can divide it among all the three members of your team. One person will focus on one person will focus on
Hello.
Hello, भैया want to see.
Uh, I guess there is some technical glitch from Bhaiya's side. Just wait for a moment. Guys, the session is not over yet. Just wait for a few moments. Bhaiya will rejoin.
Okay, I'm back. Am I audible?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay. Let me share my screen. So yeah, these are the topics which I was saying that you can focus on. So yeah, for first years, these four topics and basics of this for first year and second year. You can even leave graph theory if you want. These are the four. Even if you are well versed with this, there are a very high chances that you can qualify for a particular regionals. That because generally what happens is if a question that because very high rating problems can be set with these type of topics. So if and even very basic topics basic problems can be framed with these topics as well, but let's say in a particular regional it is a very easy regional, right? And you know for first year I'll dumb it down to level 1 level 2, okay, and up to level 10, okay. So, with graph theory, even a problem of level 10 can come and even a level 1 can come. So, if you are versed with basics of graph theory, you can easily solve level 1 and everyone will be able to solve, right? But if a problem that which is of difficulty range of level 10, so be assured that like it is very high chances that none of the participants can will be able to solve irrespective of what his or her rating is, or I mean how good of a competitive programmer he is. So yeah, these are the topics. So that's why I say try to get the basics of all the topics. But for first and second years, if you have, because you have a lot to work on, right? So try to focus on all these topics first till strengths, and if you get time, try to get basics of these topics. That can help you. But yeah, if easy problem comes, so these are the things which can obviously guarantee your seat in regionals, right? Then we have computational geometry where we have con, convex hull, HLD, fast Fourier transform. See, these are the topics which will help you if you are a candidate of rank 1 to 50 all over India, right? And I can expect obviously that someone from an IT Rourkela is up to a level that he can obviously get a rank from 1 to 50, even 1 to 10, right? If we can have a shot, then obviously you can definitely have a shot. Yeah. So yeah, these are all the topics that you need to, focus on. Anything regarding this, if you want, if you want to ask. Okay. So I showed you this, the ICPC bailer ID where you need to, register. Then there is the ICPC global slash regional slash upcoming. So here you can see all the regionals that will be happening this year. Is anyone saying anything? Uh, Manmohan, can you confirm if there is anyone who needs to ask something?
Uh, just a second.
Because I'm hearing some gibberish sounds, so I thought.
Yeah. Just a second, sir. Done. Bhaiya, I have unmuted you. Sorry, muted you.
Achha, okay. Okay, fine. So yeah, on ICPC bailer site only, there is a regional sections where you can select your year. That the current year is 20, 23, 24. Yeah, you can see all the upcoming regionals which which will be conducted this year in Asia Pacific context. I think Asia West. Yeah, Asia West is our region. Is our region. In which India comes. So yeah, there is Asia Gwalior regional contest. They haven't released their form yet. Then there is Asia double site Amrita Puri. Still they have. I think Amrita Puri has. Okay, okay, ठीक है. 2023 ICPC Asia Amrita Puri first round online programming contest. Okay, September 9 to. Okay, they have start. The registration has already started. It is from September 9. Okay. So you can see all the regionals that is happening. So you can check the list here. Then there will be Mathura regional as well. Where is the online round? So you can just check which online regional is happening here. So that is the link, ICPC global slash regional slash upcoming. Then again, if you need to get in depth with the regional rules, similarly on ICPC bailer site only there is a tab for regional rules as well. You can, if you want to get into details what is the eligibility criteria and all, so you can read it here. Then yeah, if you want to practice, so I'll share this link with Manmohan. He will circulate it out. So there is ICPC archive where you can see all the regional problems which have come in previous years, and you can practice with your team, right? uh, you can also find it on ICPC's official site, the past problems that have come. See, ICPC is slight different from other contests. It is because it is a team contest. Generally, when we participate in code forces and code chef contest, it is an individual participation, right? But the dynamics of a competition change when it comes to a team competition. So you need to strategize the timeout, because obviously there might be three easy problems which you can solve in very less time. So use all the three members wisely, right? Instead of devoting all the three members on a particular problem, try to spread it out, uh, you know cover as much problems as you can. So what our strategy was, generally what we used to do is, if we used to identify one problem that we can solve, used to focus on that problem, and we used to engage one of our team members to try to find some other problem which he can identify is easy to solve, or which obviously we have spent a lot of time giving team contests on code forces. Also there are a lot of you know uh, team contest on code forces also. So we have devoted a lot of time. So we know our strengths and weaknesses. So generally we try, if we identify that there is one problem that we can solve, let's say it is on dynamic programming, and we know that a particular person is very good in dynamic programming. So we try to let him tackle with that problem along with one more person who can assist him. You know, there is a lot of chances that when you are typing a code, you can, you know, do silly mistakes. So when, if you, even in the easy problem, if you do wrong submission, so you get a penalty, right? So we don't want penalty on easy problems, because it slows you down by 30 minutes or 35 minutes. It gives you a penalty of 35 minutes. So that is not something which we want, especially when it comes to easy problems. So what our strategy was, we divide by one, then we see, okay, yeah, this person is the most he's the most experienced one in this topic. So obviously he will devote some time, he will write the code, and there is the other person who will assist him, in writing the code and letting, ensuring that he's not doing any silly mistakes. And the third person is trying to, figure out some other, you know, uh, is trying to find some other problem which we can solve, right? And once he finds, then the person who was assisting in uh, who was assisting in the previous problem shifts to the new problem, and this is how we used to strategize. So this is something which every team has. This is something which every team needs to figure out on their own, that what their strategy must be. But obviously try to, again, easy problems will get you in regionals if you are participating in online thing, right? Even in regionals, if you want to qualify for world finals, the easy problems will help you get on the top of your rank list, right? So yeah, I'm repeating it again and again. Try to identify the easy problems. Try to focus on those topics which you are sure that if a question from this topic comes, sure shot, I will solve it in 2 minutes. I won't do any silly mistake, or there is nothing which can go wrong in this topic. So try to, focus on those topics very much, because that will ensure your, ensure your better rank. Yeah, so obviously try to know the dynamics of your team by engaging in team competitions through ICPC archives and all. During our ICPC time, we used to dedicate 3 to 4 hours regularly. Matlab, 1 month before our online thing, we used to, dedicate 3 to 4 hours every night for we used to go on code forces, select some problems, and then we used to give virtual contest in team mode. Basically, we used to solve 3 to 4 hours, and this is how we got to know the dynamics of our group, their weaknesses, what strengths we can, focus on, and all those things. So yeah, it is very different from individual competition. So please practice with your team. We generally make this mistake, that we prepare individually. This is not something which you will which you will want, because there are a lot of silly mistakes that you do, and this is something which we learned from our regionals in with our regional last year, right? And even before that, when we didn't qualify, because there were a lot of silly mistakes that we did. So yeah, this will obviously will be solved if you will participate with your team, right? Okay, this is the past problems. And yeah, this I'll circulate this link as well with Manmohan. There a blog where you can find the topics related to every, where you can find the problems related to each topic, along with the difficulty level. Anyway, difficulty can be analyzed with the rating, but yeah, I'll circulate this link. You can practice problems according to the topic that you need to, practice. So this is also this is also a good resource for ICPC. So there are a lot of topics, so the problems are sorted. So this will surely help you. And yeah, one more thing, there is a Telegram group, Code Drills community. I'll share this link as well. If you are participating in ICPC, please join this group. This group will help you with everything from your registration process to your regional thing, anything related to ICPC. There are ICPC officials in this group, the certified officials who are actually conducting ICPC regionals. They are present there. They will answer your doubts. So obviously you don't need to uh, face any problem regarding the technicalities of registrations and all those stuffs. So you can obviously join this group. Uh, yeah, this is all related to all the info. I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, again, why ICPC? Again, as I told you, a chance to represent your country or to represent your institute in that level is something that every student wants in his CV or anything. If you're passionate about something, you obviously try to participate in contests or competitions that is, that gives you the tag that okay, you are top of your field. So ICPC for competitive programmers is like that only. Secondly, from my experience, when in my fourth year, I went for my first offline regionals, and the treatment that I got there was, like, it is something that you can never imagine. We were literally treated like celebrities. The coders with which we competed are someone who are literally the ideals of every competitive programmer. You get to compete with them when you participate in code forces round. The people who are always on the top of the list are the top rankers, whom you always look forward to, that okay, what if I can also get this rank. There are always ideals in every field, right? So you get to meet your idols. You are participating in the same prestigious competitions as that. You are competing with that. What is the dynamics of how this fan following thing works, right? So this is something which you can experience in regionals. And obviously, uh, if you do good, world finals is something where you get to meet tourists, right? If anyone is doing competitive programming, he knows tourists or Eric To, Priyansh Agarwal, Utkarsh Gupta, right? So these are the people who you will get to meet, obviously, and compete with them is some other level shit, right? So yeah, this is all from my side. If you have to ask any question, you can ask. How many of you are from first year? Can you raise your hand, please, if there is any? Okay. Okay, only one. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, fine. Uh, okay. Anyone needs to ask anything?
Where your voice is not clear actually.
Okay. What is the last thing that you heard properly?
May I'm saying your voice is not clear. Like your internet connection is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm asking. What is the last thing that you heard? What is
Yeah, we can hear you properly.
the last? Repeat it from there. I think I can do this, and now is my voice clear now? Manmohan, is my voice clear now? Okay, yeah, fine. So what is the last thing that you
Yes,
guys
yes,
heard
it's
properly? Should I need to
it's
repeat
cracking.
anything? Ranking. भाई मनमोहन पूरा बोल ले भाई.
भैया आपका नेट कनेक्शन का थोड़ा इश्यू है आई गेस. वो वॉइस क्रैक, मेरे को वॉइस आ रहा है बट वो कभी कभी सुनाई दे रहा है, कभी कभी नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है. ऐसा हो रहा है.
अच्छा, ओके. अच्छा, ठीक है. So what I was saying is that the experience in regionals and world finals is something that you will cherish for the